It's another episode, and it's not another episode of work, but it's another episode, and we want to talk as electricians, but this not actually about electricians, but Ghanaians in general. And actually, it's something that has to do with each of us in this country or in Ghana. And so, one of the things that actually continue to increase, and actually in recent times, uh, it's actually worse because inflation is actually actually making a whole lot of people to fall under the poverty line. So it's a critical issue that we need to talk about, but it's something that people don't want to talk about. I don't know. I don't know why we don't even discuss it on TV. We don't discuss it on our radios. It's all about some kind of partisan politics that they talk about, but these are important things that they need to talk about so that actually people can learn from it, and also people can draw some kind of clue from it, and also make amendments, or try to fight, or try to better their lives. But these are things that we don't normally talk about. So the topic is about poverty, and yesterday or previous days I've been reading about poverty, especially in my where I come from, that's Cape Coast Metropolis. I've been reading several surveys, several data, and specifically by uh, GSS that was done in, I think, for 2021, 2021 um, population and housing census. That's the data that they come out with, that talks about poverty, and that talks about the factors that contribute to poverty in my area, the area that I come from, or the municipality that I hail from. Okay, so actually, when I read all these materials, it came to one conclusion, or to one point, that there are factors. So if you are Ghanaian, if you are a youth in Ghana, yes, when someone is 50, he or she is already past that age. But if you are a youth, if you are a youngster, let's say you are a teenager, you are in your 20s, 30s, 40s, there is still hope for you, because most people were born into poverty, but they have been able to climb the ladder, and now they live above the poverty line. So these are things that you need to know, because poverty comes to us due to a whole number of factors. The number one factor is culture. The number two is demographic. The third one is economic. The fourth one is environmental. This is critical. We live in an environment. We all grew up in an environment, and you like to conform to what the environment is used to, because the environment lives in absolute uncleanliness. Most people learn that, or most people will normally learn or take that part of living in uncleanness, because in their environment they have seen everyone living a messy life and all those kinds of things, so they will go there. So that's the one, two, three, four. That's the fourth one, and the fifth one is governance, and the last one is social. So all these things, as a youngster, if you are in your teenage, if you are in your 20s, 30s, you have to know that these are the things that contribute, or these are the main factors that contribute to poverty in our country, that's Ghana, or even in our specific, that's Cape Coast Metropolis, or Commander Edna Eguafo Abrim municipality. So as a youth, a young adult growing up, or as a teenager growing up in these areas, these are the things that you need to take a precaution of. These are the things. The first one is culture. There are so many things about culture that will make people poor because they believe in. No, we are not saying that you should steal. No, we are not saying that. But there are so many limitations that our culture put on people that actually lead them to live in poverty. And also, one that the most critical I see here is environmental. Most people are copied blindly, except those of us who, since from our childhood or from our early days, that from primary school, we were able to see that no, this is not right. Poverty is not good. We realize those things. I realized, I came to realize that in my primary school days. So a few of us, when you take the percentage, it will be very few of us who will be able to realize this and work on it to what, to escape poverty. But majority of people, the environmental will always take them because they are, I don't know how these things happen to people, but they are so cool with it. For example, you come from a family, or you come from a family that you've seen your aunties, your uncles, almost everyone in the family, they are struggling to make ends meet, and you also go into that direction, that environmental. It's so deep in the system. And then governance. So governance is also critical because we live in a country that is much resourced. When I say much resourced, we have several minerals, or several stuff around as a country. And the most critical is what we discovered in the early 2000s or late 2000s, that's discovery of oil. And so with these, there must be some kind of impact, you know even in places that they don't have these things. The country has impact on its citizens, and citizens living below poverty line are able to work their way through, or work their way up until they get out of poverty. So how much more as a country that is so much resourced, but still most people are poor here. According to GSS, only 20% of Ghanaians are rich. The other percentage are middle income earners, and majority of them, about that's the majority percentage, are from poor homes or poor background. And so there's a little of what I have been studying lately that I want to share with you. Well, for myself, I learned these things. I didn't even know about these things, but when I was growing up, I looked around me, within my that's my extended family, within my nuclear family, and I realized that there is an issue, that the issue of poverty there. So I vowed to myself that I'm going to work my way through until I defeat poverty. And so I want to share this with you so that as a teenager, as a young adult, or even in your 30s and 40s, it's not too late. You can actually learn. Also, one thing that I've seen people is that you live in a country with a specific economic activities. You need to learn about the environment. There are things that, when you do in Ghana, you'll be successful. There are so many things that you can do in Ghana to be successful, but it seems that we are confused. Most people, especially the youngsters, most of them are confused. They want to live some kind of magical life, but you are living in a developing country and those things can be possible. There are some things that you can do that are genuinely that you can do to make ends meet and even get out of poverty. But it seems majority of them are focusing on something that is not really going to help them. So the number one factor of poverty is cultural, demographic, economic, environmental, governance, and social.